Right, what up, people? I hope you're well. You are through to the Arsenal versus Dundalk game. I've lost my opening line and everything, and Brandon's gone. It's been a while since I did this. Let me try that again. What up, people? It's your boy Chig. You're through to Gooner Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. And as I said, it is the Arsenal versus Dundalk Preview. I hope you guys are all well. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, as I take you through this preview. Now, I do warn this preview won't be long because I'm going to be doing a membership stream later on this evening. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but my computer just freaked out. I don't know, it freaked out yesterday. So I thought, you know what? Let's just put this on hold and I'll do it tomorrow. I know I've not been as regular with the videos as I usually am. Apologies for that, but I suppose I should be making up to you this week because I've got a Man United preview that I want to try and get Stel, Will, and Ola on for. It's just a case of working out the days. I'm quietly hoping for Saturday evening because I doubt Will and Ola will want to do, because we've got a combat show we've got to do on Friday. Fuck, I've got to ask Kenny Ken for that. So lots and lots of shows coming up, so do bear with me. But that is the plan for Saturdays, to have basically a combat show takeover with the added extra of Stel. So you will have at least 2 United fans, 2 Arsenal fans on. So hopefully you guys will find that fun. And yeah, just other little bits and bobs. Big shout out to Carter and Stephen, who won my autobiography giveaway last week. That should be sent off to you this week with a view of arriving to you this week. If it hasn't arrived to you by the end of this week, let me know and I'll look into that as soon as possible. And yeah, let's get into this Dundalk preview. Now, this is a game that I would assume that not many people care about. Apart from if you're a Dundalk fan, of course. Big shout out to the Irish contingent that is the Dundalk fans. And they had to struggle to get in, but they managed to get in. I had a couple of Irish fans tell me, you lot will get Dundalk. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know a lot about these guys. I know that they've been around as a football club for over 100 years. They were founded in 1903. It's not pretty much it, to be fair. No, they're in the Irish Premier League division. They're currently third in that division. If you've ever heard of a team called Shamrock Rovers, which I actually have, they are currently first in that league. In fact, looking at that league table, let me just have a quick look at it. So it's Shamrock Rovers. They occupy top spot with, it looks like 3 games in hand. And they've got 38 points. They've won their last 5 games. So basically, Shamrock Rovers run this division. And then you've got Bohemians, who are 4 points behind that, but they've played 17 games. And then you've got Dundalk, who played a game less than that, but they are a long way back from Bohemians. Bohemians have 34 points. Then you've got basically Dundalk, who look like they're the best of the rest, and they got 25 points here. Looking at their last 5 results, not the worst, not the best in terms of their last 5 results. They actually lost their last game, which was 6 days ago. In fact, it was in the Europa League. They lost against Mold 2-1 at home. Prior to that, they beat Derry City FC 2-1. They drew 2 Bohemians, interestingly enough, 0-0. So they're not a team that necessarily get whooped. But keep in mind, the best team that they faced over the last 5 games, certainly, is probably Mold. And Mold just about beat them. So I feel like this might be a more stubborn team than people think. Obviously, if this was a game in front of fans, it'd be like they won the lottery. You know, say what you want about Arsenal, but to them, they would be the superstar side. and Arsenal visiting them, playing an actual serious game, will be a big deal for them. And I think it still will be a big deal for them. You know, pandemic or no pandemic, I still expect there to be probably some Irish fans about when Arsenal come to town, when obviously this fixture gets reversed. Obviously, this fixture is at the Emirates for tomorrow. And from our point of view, it's not going great. I'm having the same feeling I had this time last year with Unai Emery. I am having that, starting to have that same sort of feeling. I've stopped short at saying what I really think about on Saturday, and I'm going to save that for the member stream this evening. But I'm having that same kind of feeling. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend otherwise. From what I want to see from Arsenal tomorrow, I just want to see freshness tomorrow. I want to be able to be surprised by something tomorrow. I want to be able to not predict what Arteta's going to do tomorrow. You know, because for all of Unai Emery's faults, the one thing I liked about his teams was even if you could predict the starting lineup, you damn sure couldn't predict what you do during the game. And actually, Arteta doesn't have that. You know, he doesn't have that kind of unpredictability about him, which, to be perfectly honest, I'm fairly disappointed about. Having said that, it's not too late. You know, yes, I've always been pretty hard to convince with Arteta, not because I hate the man, not because I have any particular issue with the man. My issue has always been with the board and appointing him, because I felt like I used the same terminology all along. I felt it was ridiculous giving a job like Arsenal that needed a lot of work to someone who was inexperienced. I looked at it from a very practical, very useful, probably unsurprisingly, given my job, a very kind of practical, proactive type of long-term aspect of, oh yeah, and you reckon they're going to be able to handle that type of view. You guys would expect that of me. Whereas there have been others that perhaps are just not a fan of Arteta. There are others that have been the complete opposite, where even if you support Arteta, you're not allowed to even scrutinize him. Otherwise, it's a problem. You know, and that to me, I also have that kind of Hitler attitude. I also have a real issue with as well. So it's like, bruh, even if I support him, or even if it's a manager I really wanted in place, I am still going to scrutinize them. I'm still going to say what I say. But anyway, I digress. I don't want to go too far down that road. In terms of the game, I just want to see some freshness, some enthusiasm, some attacking football, some attacking intent from the players. Because let's face it, if the last team that we played were a bunch of farmers, these lot ain't even that. At least in that case, I would imagine most of that team are professional footballers. I'd be surprised if you find 5 professional footballers that play for, with all due respect, Dundalk FC. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if you found 5. You would imagine, forget farmers, you would imagine you're playing bank accountants. I'm trying to think what else they'd probably do. Maybe a couple of fitness instructors. I'm trying to think what they'd be. You know, gym instructors, PE teachers. Let's be real here. You know, those are the kind of things that I would expect this team to be made of. But they've done amazingly well. Amazingly well. They'll be celebrating if they string 5 passes together. So as Arsenal, all you can do is you would hope that they would host Dundalk and have a professional performance. You know, for me, anything less than a 3-0, quite frankly, you lot ain't serious. You're not ain't serious. Just 3-0, 3-4-0, shut them down, on to the next. And that is why I've chosen the team I've chosen, because I'm sure you guys would expect me to choose a stronger team. Actually, I want us to go into that United fixture, which we have some sort of mental block about, with the best possible chance that we can have. And if it means resting players, I'm all for it. So that's why I've decided to rotate this team heavily. I'll be honest. Now, in terms of benches, we can have a conversation in terms of what you would expect from our bench tomorrow night. I would have put, for example, Aubameyang on that bench tomorrow. I'd put Lacazette there, but I wouldn't put Aubameyang there. I wouldn't. I'd try and give him rest. I don't know what this mental block is with his. Since he signed the deal, he's not been able to score. Let's just chill. You know? Another thing that I'd probably look to do is I'd rest someone like Kieran Tierney. I think he's played a lot of football. He's had a lot of knocks. Rest him. You know? Give us the best possible opportunity of beating a team that mentally we cannot seem to beat. Because this is not a bunch of farmers. These are PE teachers we are facing tomorrow. So quite frankly, I don't hear no bullshit. We should be able to overpower them, whack them on to the next. And that's what I want to see coming into the game against Dundalk FC. I need to reiterate that just in case it's been lost in translation. But anyway, with that being said, this is the team that I would roll out for, once again, Dundalk FC. Because I don't want anyone to be talking shit as soon as you hear the team. But this is what I've gone with. So hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to go through my team and explain why I made the decisions I've made. So I'm going to go with Runnison in goal. We need to have a look at this kid. I've said it all along. I don't understand why we bought him. For me, I would have much rather us promote one of 6 or 7 keepers that we have in the under-23s. I would have much rather, we would have saved money by doing that. Instead, we spent 1.8 million on the worst keeper in the French league. That make no form of sense. But this is Arsenal. This is just typically what we do. But let's just see what he got. Apparently, he's good with his feet. You know, you would imagine that the mistake that Leno made this time last week, he wouldn't have made. So I would say let's have a look at the kid and see what he's got. Very small. He's about 5. Was he 5'10", 6 foot? So I don't know. Let's see. You can see I'm not particularly confident in his ability. But once again, we are playing PE teachers. If you can't play against PE teachers, leave tomorrow. That's my attitude. So I'm going to go with Runnison in goal. Right back, I'm going with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now, before anyone says anything, I recognise there is a strong chance that Cedric plays tomorrow. If Cedric plays tomorrow, then I want to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles in the middle. If Ainsley doesn't play tomorrow, I'm going to be asking some questions. Because we might as well sold him to Wolves at this point. Like, why did you hang on to him? Once again, you guys know my theory. I don't think Arteta knows how to develop anyone that's under 23, personally. But all people keep telling me is, give him a chance. That's not fair. Give him a chance. All right, cool, motherfuckers. I'll give him a chance. But for me, if it was my team, well, to be fair, Ainsley wouldn't be playing tomorrow. Ainsley would be playing against United. But for the sake of argument, then you play Ainsley as a right back. You've got to get Mustafi fit at this point because we're at this weird juncture where for some stupid reason Arteta didn't register Saliba. I mean, that in itself just makes you think, what? He didn't register Saliba. So I think at this point you might as well just get Mustafi up to speed. There's lots of things about this Mustafi situation that don't make me feel comfortable. I will talk about that later. But in this particular game, you have to start him. Gabriel, I would love to rest him for this game because I would like to see him nice, sharp, and ready for United. But we've got no one that can play that side. David Luiz is not fit. for the game. I think Chambers is in training, but he's in the kind of training that he's not ready to play games. He's just training at the moment. I think Rob Holding may be in light training. Maybe someone can correct me there. I can't remember. Left back, I'm going to go with Kolasinac because we have no one else. So yes, I suppose you can play Enzy Maitland-Niles there, but I don't particularly like him on the left. You guys know this. But yeah, that would be my back four. In the middle, I've gone with Elneny and I've gone with Willock. I don't particularly rate either of them, which is why I would happily drop either of them for Enzy Maitland-Niles if Arteta said, oh, no, let's go with Cedric. And again, with Elneny, I don't really blame him in some ways. You know, he's come back. He's clearly come back into form. And he's playing okay. He's playing all right. He's doing the things that he should be doing, asking the questions he should be asking. I think the things that kind of rub people up the wrong way with Elneny was when he came back and said, oh, well, now that, you know, somebody told me to, I've decided to play 100%. I ain't gonna lie, that shit then. It didn't sit well. It didn't sit well with anyone. But he's playing well. While he's playing well, I suppose you just got to credit him and say, all right, fair enough. So I'm going with Mohamed Elneny. Next to him, I'm going with the headless chicken, that's Joe Willock. You've got to try and invest in these youngsters at some point. There's an argument to be made that you could put Emile Smith-Rowe here. I would be very tempted to do that. Either way, Emile Smith-Rowe is coming on for 20 minutes at some point. So that in itself is a good motivator to say, do you want to finish this game? Because if you do, then just know to yourself that with 20 minutes to spare, one of you idiots are coming off for Emile Smith-Rowe. And that might just spur them on a little bit. On the left-hand side, I've gone with Willian. I recognise that I could play him anywhere. I've gone with Willian. On the left, I expect these two to interchange a lot anyway, because on the right-hand side, I've gone with Nelson. And then I've decided I want Martinelli back as soon as possible. He's training. I get that he's a couple of weeks away from actually being ready, but I love Martinelli so much. I want him to be ready. So I've gone with Martinelli up top. And next to him, I've gone with Eddie. So I think Eddie would benefit for a second striker. So that's my team. What do you guys think? Let me know. Does it sound good? Does it sound like something that you can mess with? Give me an opportunity and let me know. Let me go into the chat room and see what you lot are saying. I know there's like 8 million Arsenal shows on at the moment, which is why my views are not great, but let me just double check and see what you lot are saying. We better win this. Jahid, big up Chig, Gary. Hope you're well, Gary. Hope you had a good birthday. Big up Chig, man like Chiggy. In terms of predictions, I'm expecting a 5-0. I'm going to go with 5-0, but we'll see. 5-0 is my prediction, though. Hopefully we should crush them. There's not really a lot else I could say other than hopefully Arsenal will get the job done and we can move on to the next. But you guys let me know what you think overall. Leave it in the comments below. Especially, please do crush the like button because obviously I know there's at least 4 Arsenal shows on right now. So please do stick a like on the video. It helps the show get noticed. If you share this around, that would be great as well. I'm going to pin this to even my Twitter. You guys know I hate sharing stuff on my Twitter, but even I'm going to do that and just let people know that the show has been out. And I'll be back later on for the member stream. If you want to be on the member stream, particularly people who've never been on. You know, I've had Max on a lot. I've had Carter on a lot, and even Carter himself made the point last week that, you know, he'd like to see newer people on. I have had Rune on before, but, you know, Rune, I've not had a chance to really properly speak to you in depth. So if you'd like to come on, that would be great. Again, Ben, all jokes aside, I know that one time you came on was when about 1,800 people came on. But I'd love it if you can come on again. And anyone new that wants to join the membership, feel free to come on. 9:45 is when we're doing the live membership stream, where quite frankly, I'm going to just go into this Arteta thing once and for all. People keep tweeting me. I keep getting Insta messages about it. Like, Chig, what do you think about all this Arteta nonsense? I'm going to give my honest opinion. You're not going to like everything. You're not even necessarily going to like my final answer about where I'm at. But I'm going to try and show you what my thought process is, and we go from there. All right? So 9:45, that will be the membership stream. Basically, I just asked the question, is Mikel Arteta an inexperienced Unai Emery? That is my question. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Please enjoy your evening if you're not able to come on for the membership stream. It's going to be a fun-filled week with Arsenal United build-up. So make sure you stick a lookout for that. Tomorrow, me and Lee will be doing a review of the game and player ratings on this channel. We'll be doing a watch-along on his, of course, as usual. So do look out for those two things. And then on Friday, I don't know, I'll talk to Will and I'll talk to Ola, and we'll work out when we're going to do this combat show preview takeover. But it should be fun. They're looking forward to it. And it'll be weird because we've not spoken to Will. Obviously, you've seen Ola before, but we've not spoken to Will as a football fan. So it'll be interesting to see the sort of take here. What type of United fan he is. Because weirdly, I've had 3 United fans on my channel before, and they've all been reasonable. So let's just see how reasonable Will is. So yeah, we'll go from there, but it should be fun. All right then, I'm headed out of here. So take care. I'll be back later for the membership stream. Enjoy yourself for now. Please do hit that subscribe button. Road to 10K is on. Just over 500 I need now. So let's get it. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.